Good evening, Rochester Board of Education, Rochester Community District Administration, and all viewers. My name is Rahima Wynn. I am the district clerk, and I will begin chairing our annual organizational meeting for the 2025 calendar year. We'll start with an opening of the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Amy Malloy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Malloy. Before we get started with the evening, I want to share with everyone a statement on decorum that the Board of Education shares at every meeting. The board expects district officials and the public to conduct themselves and speak in a respectful and courteous manner so as to model proper civility and decorum for students. Shouting, personal insults, vulgarity, profanity, attacks, revealing information prohibited by law, or conduct that disrupts the flow of business is considered to be out of order. The board may, among any other steps available pursuant to law, take the following actions during the meeting to maintain a fair and efficient meeting. Interrupt or warn or terminate a participant's statement when the statement exceeds allotted time, is personally directed, abrasive, obscene, or irrelevant. Request any individual to leave a meeting when that individual, whether in person or virtually, does not observe reasonable decorum or conduct, interferes with the orderly progress of the meeting, or calls for a recess or any adjournment at any time with when the lack of public decorum so interferes with the orderly conduct of a meeting and such to warrant such action. So we'll continue on with the evening. Tonight, what we'll be doing is selecting officers for the 2025 calendar year, appointment of committee chairs for the Policy Committee, Equity and Student Achievement Committee, as well as the Audit Committee, and then consider resolutions that specify employees charged with performing certain functions and other resolutions, including the designation of our official newspaper and certain financial arrangements. So we'll begin with the following agenda. I will open the floor for nominations for the office of President and then for the office of Vice President. I will ask for further nominations, and if none are forthcoming, I will ask for a motion to close and second the nomination. There will then be an opportunity for discussion for any member to offer a motion, or for any member to offer a motion to close the discussion and vote. A roll call vote will be conducted in alphabetical order by member name. When a president has been selected, the same process will be conducted for the vice president. With that, I will now open the floor for nominations for the office of president for the 2025 calendar year. Are there any nominations? Commissioner LeBron?
Yes, I'd like to nominate the current President Cynthia Elliott.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Commissioner Malloy?
Nominate Camille Simmons.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Having heard all nominations, I will ask for a motion and a second to close those nominations. May I have a motion to close nominations? Motion. I'm sorry, can you?
Motion.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Motion. Second.
Thank you. The floor is now open for discussion. Is there any discussion? Okay. Now a vote shall be conducted in a roll call vote in alphabetical order. Beginning with Commissioner Elliott, what is your vote for the office of president for, Commissioner Elliott, so for yourself?
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner Griffin, for the office of president, what is your vote regarding Commissioner Elliott?
Nay.
Commissioner LeBron, for Commissioner Elliott for president. Commissioner Malloy, for the office of president, what is your vote for Commissioner Elliott?
Nay.
Commissioner Patterson, for the office of president, what is your vote for Commissioner Elliott?
Nay.
Commissioner Santiago, for the office of president, what is your vote for Commissioner Elliott?
Yay.
And Commissioner Simmons, for the office of president, what is your vote for Commissioner Elliott?
Nay.
At this time for Commissioner Elliott, we have three yeas and 4 nays. We will move on to the vote for Commissioner Simmons. We'll also conduct this in a roll call order. For the office of president, for Commissioner Simmons, Commissioner Elliott, how do you vote?
No.
Commissioner Griffin, for the office of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Yes.
Commissioner LeBron, for the office of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Nay.
Commissioner Malloy, for the office of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Yay.
Commissioner Patterson, for the vote of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Yay.
Commissioner Santiago, for the office of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Nay.
And Commissioner Simmons, for the office of president, how do you vote for Commissioner Simmons?
Yay.
At this time for Commissioner Simmons, we have 4 yeas and 3 nays. At this time, Commissioner Simmons has been elected as the board president for the 2025 calendar year. Congratulations, Commissioner Simmons. Commissioner Simmons, if you will step down now so General Counsel Neal can swear you in.
Just put this to yourself, just to help read. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, say your name,
I, Camille Simmons,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of President
the duties of the office of President
of the Board of Education
of the Board of Education
of the Rochester City School
of
District
the Rochester City School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will go on and use the same process for the election of vice president for the 2025 calendar year. I will open the floor for nominations for vice president. Are there any nominations?
Madam Clerk, would like to nominate Isaiah Santiago as Vice President.
Clerk, at this time,
Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to go ahead. Any other
I would like
nominations?
to nominate Amy Malloy.
Are there any other nominations for the office of vice president for the 2025 year? Okay. Having heard all nominations, I will ask for a motion and a second to close. May I have a motion to close nominations?
Motion.
Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Okay. The floor is now open for discussion. Is there any discussion? Okay. So we'll go ahead and proceed with a roll call vote in alphabetical order. Commissioner Elliott, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Yes.
Commissioner Griffin, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Nay.
Commissioner LeBron, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Yay.
Commissioner Malloy, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Nay.
Commissioner Patterson, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Nay.
Commissioner Santiago, for the office of, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
I'll support myself. Yay.
Okay, and Commissioner Simmons, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Santiago?
Nay.
Okay. At this time, we have 4 nays for Commissioner Santiago. We will move forward, and 3 yeas, we will move forward with the roll call vote for Commissioner Malloy. For the office of vice president, for Commissioner Malloy, Commissioner Elliott, how do you vote?
No.
Commissioner Griffin, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner
Yes.
Malloy? Okay. Commissioner LeBron, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Malloy? Can you just say it one more time for me?
Nay. That's a nope.
Commissioner Malloy, for the office of vice president, how do you vote for Commissioner Malloy?
Yay.
Commissioner Patterson, for the office of Vice President, how do you vote for Commissioner Malloy?
Yay.
Commissioner Santiago, for the office of Vice President, how do you vote for Commissioner Malloy?
Nay.
And Commissioner Simmons, for the office of Vice President, how do you vote for Commissioner Malloy?
Yay.
At this time, I've recorded a vote of 4-3, selecting Commissioner Malloy as Vice President for the 2025 calendar year. Congratulations, Commissioner Malloy. If you could step down for General Counsel to swear you in.
So we're through. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, in your name,
I, Amy Malloy,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Vice President
of the office of Vice President
of the Board of Education
of the Board of Education
of the Rochester City School District
of the Rochester City School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
We will take a brief recess for the purpose of the board taking a full board picture, and then a brief restroom break, and then we will come back and we will have the election of committee chairs, followed by resolutions.
Welcome back. We will move forward with our agenda, starting with the selection of committee chairs and the consideration of annual resolutions. The board will then convene in a closed session for its annual professional development on Robert's Rules of Order. So for the election of the 2025 committee chairs, it is now 6:24 PM, and we will convene the policy committee solely for the selection of a chairperson and open the floor for nominations of the chair. Are there any nominations for the chair of the policy committee?
I nominate myself.
I'm going to nominate Commissioner Santiago.
We have one nomination of herself for Commissioner Griffin. We have another nomination for the Policy Committee for Commissioner Santiago. Having heard all nominations, I will ask for a motion and a second to close the nominations.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. And so at this time, we'll take a roll call vote in alphabetical order of the members. And this will be for the chair of the Policy Committee. Starting with Commissioner Elliott, what is your vote for the Policy Committee Chair?
Excuse
So-
me, Commissioner,
thank you.
which one of the commissioners is the roll call vote being done for?
So we should start it with
Oh,
Commissioner
I'm
Griffin.
sorry, let me start with the
Yeah.
first person, so forgive me, thank you. So starting with Commissioner Elliott, what is your call for the Policy Committee for Commissioner Griffin? No. Commissioner Griffin, what is your position for policy for yourself?
Yes.
Commissioner LeBron, what is your vote for policy for Commissioner Griffin? No. Commissioner Malloy, what is your vote for policy for Commissioner Griffin?
Yes.
Commissioner Patterson, what is your vote for policy for Commissioner Griffin?
Yay.
Commissioner Santiago, what is your vote for policy for Commissioner Griffin?
Nay.
And myself, that is a yay.
At this time, I have recorded a 4-3 vote for yes for Commissioner Griffin.
Does that conclude the policy and I can move on to another, or do I need to do the roll call for formality?
No, you'll turn it over to Commissioner Griffin for a motion to close the committee
Okay,
meeting.
so I'm going to turn this over to you now at this time, Commissioner Griffin, for a motion to close the committee.
Motion.
To ask for a motion.
I ask a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
You'd ask for a second for a motion.
Can I have a second? Second. It's so moved. Oh, the vote? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You have to say all in favor.
All in favor? I'm sorry, guys. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm a nay. You can count me for nay for everything.
So I heard one aye and 2 nays. If other commissioners could speak up, that would be helpful.
I was confused. Were we taking the vote or we were still back at the motion? Oh, I'm sorry. We were all over the place with our new chair, so I was
Okay,
a little
so
confused.
let me back up for a moment. So there was a call for a motion to close the policy committee meeting. Commissioner Malloy motion, Commissioner Patterson seconded, and now you all are taking a vote. And so I recorded 1 yay from Commissioner Malloy, a nay from Commissioner Elliott and Commissioner LeBron, but I need other commissioners to speak up so I know for
Yay.
closing. We're just closing the committee meeting.
Oh, yay.
Thank you.
Okay. So it is now 6:28 PM. We'll convene the Equity and Student Achievement Committee solely for the selection of a chairperson and open the floor for nominations of the chair. Are there any nominations for the chair of the ESA committee?
Yes. I nominate
votes.
Isaiah Santiago.
Well, I guess.
Are there any other nominations? At this time, being no other nominations, having heard all nominations, I'll ask for a motion and a second to close the nominations.
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, and so I will now take a roll call vote in alphabetical order, beginning with Commissioner Elliott for the nomination of Commissioner Santiago for the Chair of ESA Committee.
Yes.
Commissioner Griffin, what is your position for Commissioner Santiago for ESA?
Yes.
Commissioner LeBron, what is your position for Commissioner Santiago for the Chair of ESA?
Nay.
Commissioner Malloy, what is your position for the Chair of ESA for Santiago? Yay. Commissioner Patterson, what is your position for Commissioner Santiago for the Chair of ESA?
Yay.
Commissioner Santiago, what is your position for yourself as the Chair of ESA?
Yay.
Commissioner Simmons, what is your chair, or your vote for Commissioner Santiago for the Chair of ESA? And I vote yay.
At this time, I have recorded a 6-1 vote in favor of Commissioner Santiago.
Get a motion to adjourn the Equity and Student Achievement Committee meeting. Can I get a second? Moved by Commissioner Elliott, seconded by Commissioner Vice President Malloy. All those in favor? Meeting adjourned.
It is now 6:30 PM. We will convene the Audit Committee solely for the selection of a chairperson and open the floor for nominations of the chair. Are there any nominations for the Chair of the Audit Committee?
Commissioner Patterson.
Are there any other nominations? Having heard all nominations, I will ask for a motion and a second to close the nominations.
Motion?
Second.
I will now take a roll call vote in alphabetical order, beginning with Commissioner Elliott for the nomination of Commissioner Patterson for the Chair of the Audit Committee.
No.
Commissioner Elliott is a no. Commissioner Griffin, what is your position for Commissioner Patterson for the Chair of the Audit Committee?
Yes.
Commissioner LeBron, what is your position for the Chair, for Commissioner Patterson for the Chair of Audit Committee?
No.
Commissioner Malloy, Vice President Malloy, what is your position for the Chair of Audit Committee for Commissioner Patterson?
Yay.
Commissioner Patterson, what is your position for the Chair of the Audit Committee for yourself?
Yay.
Commissioner Santiago, what is your position for Commissioner Patterson for the Chair of the Audit Committee?
Yay.
And myself, Commissioner Simmons, I am going to vote yay for the Commissioner Patterson for the Chair of the Audit Committee.
At this time, I've recorded a 5-2 vote in favor of Commissioner Patterson.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Commissioner Patterson to close out the consideration for the Audit Committee.
Can I have a motion to adjourn the Audit Committee meeting?
Motion?
By Amy, Second. Commissioner Malloy, or Vice President Malloy, and second by Commissioner Griffin. All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion. Any nays? Ayes have it.
I'm a nay. Put me down as a nay, thank you.
And I am looking at some consideration of resolutions. Are we working through those at this time?
We are, ma'am.
Okay, and so, we have resolutions 438 through 454. I'd like to entertain a motion to bundle the resolutions this evening.
Motion. Second.
Bundling resolutions 438 through 454.
Aye.
All
Nay.
opposed?
Nay.
Okay. Was there any resolution that you wanted to discuss or that you wanted to?
No, I think that in order for us, I think I was speaking to some community members not too long ago, and when we bundle it, a lot of people don't know what we're voting on with no explanation. So I'm wondering if there can be an explanation to our community from our peoples to explain what we're doing and what we're designating in this moment. And that'll be from the president and the vice president. But other than that, I wouldn't support bundling it together.
So we could take them one resolution at a time at this time, but,
I would support it if we can explain what we're voting on to the public from our vice president and our president.
oh, for the vice president and president?
Yes, if you guys can explain what we're doing, I can explain at the same time, but I'm not going to support it unless the community knows exactly what we're voting on in this moment.
Okay, so for the chairs that we just selected, you're talking?
No. For what we're getting ready to vote on.
Resolutions,
Okay,
these,
so you want to just go by one? So,
the procedural.
so these are going to include the designate the purchasing agent, designate the claims auditor, authorize the certification of payrolls, designate treasurer of the extracurricular activity fund, designate the clerk of the Board of Education. F is authorize the budget transfers. Authorization to procure blanket bond for required officers and employees. Designation of the depository. Designate an official newspaper. Designate the ADA coordinator, compliance officer. Designate the Title IX officer. Designate medical records privacy officer. Designate liaison for the homeless children and youth. We're also bundling to designate the Dignity for All Students Act coordinator. Designate records management officer. And designate the data protection officer. And designate the Medicaid compliance officer. Those are the resolutions at hand.
Okay, I retract my name. I wouldn't mind bundling this together. Thank you.
All set. So I'd like to entertain a motion. I think we did all that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this evening, there is no executive session, and the board will convene in a closed session for a professional development, and we will adjourn the meeting at this time, I believe. So I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn this evening's meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is now adjourned.